Hello everyone, it's Rabbit, and today I wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about recently that I really wanted to make a video about because I find it really interesting. So I know that I've mentioned how much I dislike Slender Man and the use of creepypasta monsters, and I just don't like it, and I don't like how it's been done to death. Like, the horse is dead. You can stop beating it now. Now, Slender Man at one point was a good subject to make series on, as you can see through, Tribe 12, Marble Hornets, Everman Hybrid, they all use Slender Man in their own way. But recently, Slender Man has kind of, fallen by the wayside. I refer to this as the death of Slender Man, and hallelujah, is this a good thing? Because the use of Slender Man is now seen as, it's seen as kind of lazy storytelling. It's given people the opportunity to become more creative with what they produce, with what they make. I'd say Slender Man peaked around 2012. Ever since then, it's just, kind of taken a nosedive. So there was like this buffer period between like 2014, 2015 where people are like, oh no, we can't use Slender Man anymore. We have to be creative. We have to use our brains. Oh my gosh, what do we do? So, starting in about 2016, people started to create more original works, like, Daisy Brown started, I think, back in 2017, late 2017 through 2018. So people started becoming more creative then, with the way they told their stories, and the way they structured them, which, is a good thing, because that means you aren't using Slender Man as a crutch, or the Rake as a crutch, because these characters are crutches now, instead of being original, because they've just been done to death. So, Twitter has been used in different ARGs and web series as, like, supplementary content. It's been used as not the main focus of the story, but as, background information, really getting to what the character is thinking. Sometimes information can be found there pertaining to the series, but most of the time, web series and ARGs take place on YouTube, which is how it's been most of the time since, well, I guess Marble Hornets started. That was really what kicked off everything. Like, really pushed it to start. And it's been that way ever since. Now, recently, it's kind of switching up. Twitter has become a place where people can create stories and showcase them there. So it's kind of interesting how the storytelling has evolved to take place not mainly on YouTube, but on Twitter. Some examples of some stories that take place on Twitter, and to my knowledge do not use YouTube. The biggest one has been Dear David. That one I really didn't enjoy because I thought it was cheap. I thought it wasn't that great. There are two others I can call to mind readily. The Sun Vanished is one, which is excellent, really good storytelling, good use of the medium. And there's a newer one that I've found that Rainbot Horror talked about called Gregory 88. Highly suggest you watch her video. Great video. The story, go follow the Twitter. I don't think it's over yet. Go follow the Twitter. It's really good. But it's interesting to see how, storytelling has evolved to create these Twitter tales, as I call them. I like that name. I've spent a long time trying to think of a name. I spent a long time trying to think of a name for these things. Because, we have web series, we have ARGs. We didn't really have a name for this because the medium is so new for creating these kinds of stories. I haven't really heard a name for them. So I think Twitter tale is kind of appropriate for it. So there are benefits to creating these kinds of stories through Twitter. It allows for people who want to remain anonymous. It makes that easier for them. Because I know that there are some people who don't want to show their face. When I first started YouTube, I didn't want to show my face because that's weird. There's a lot of things I want to keep private about in my life, so that's understandable. through Twitter, it makes it easier for you to do that. Another benefit of doing, you know, this kind of storytelling through Twitter is it kind of allows the creator to create more content more regularly. They don't have to go through actually filming, editing, adding effects, you know, getting people together. It kind of lets them go at their own pace, and people don't get mad when there's been a 4-month gap between uploads and people are rioting in the streets. I'm looking at you, Tribe 12 fans, because I am one, and I felt those emotions. We gotta chill, people. Adam's working on it. But this allows the creator to, you know, put out content more regularly, and especially if they have a busy schedule and they aren't able to create, you know, big videos all the time. Another benefit would be this kind of storytelling allows the person reading it and experiencing it to put themselves more easily into the person's shoes. Like, since we don't really have a face for Gregory 88 or The Sun Vanished, it's easier for us to put ourselves into that person's situation and makes the experience more, I don't know, immersive, real. So there are quite a bit of benefits to this kind of medium and what it does for storytelling as a whole in our society. I don't know where the future of this kind of storytelling will go. From what I've seen, the stories coming out of Twitter are really engaging and creative. I really can't sing the praises of Gregory 88 enough. It's really cool. As you guys know, I'm a sucker for special effects, for practical effects specifically. And the way they do one of the effects is really good. Seriously, go check it out, go read it, go watch Rainbot's video on it if you don't have the time to actually go through all the tweets and the pictures and all that. So I'm really excited to see where this kind of storytelling will go in the future and what it means for, you know, collective storytelling as a whole. So that's all I really wanted to say on this. I would love to hear what you guys have to say on it. And hey, speaking of Twitter, I have a Twitter, Cemetery Rabbit. You'll know it's me because there's a picture of me with my trusty microphone. Link is at the end of the video and should be in the description. If I remembered to put it there, I will double check. I think I did. Pretty sure. So let me know what you guys thought of this, where you think this medium could be heading. And as always, this is Rabbit, signing out.